everybody, it's me, One Gorgeous Godzilla, and welcome to my 8th month post-operative purple sleeve gastrectomy update. First and foremost, I wanted to say welcome to all of my new subscribers and thank you to all of my OG subscribers who have stuck with me, I guess through all of this craziness, because your support has meant more to me than you guys will ever know. And with that being said, there are a couple of people that I want to issue a special congratulations to and best wishes for a speedy recovery. And those people are none other than St. Louis Rams Lover 40, Davina H, and Liz Butterfly. And if there are any people that I forgot, please charge it to my head and not my heart. But it's really hard to keep up with all of this stuff now that I have started doing bi-weekly updates as opposed to weekly updates. And the reason that I've started doing bi-weekly updates is twofold actually. One is a girl has to have like life outside of the YouTube universe, and secondly, in the beginning there was just so many changes that were going on with my body, with my relationship with food, with my relationship with people. And there were just so many changes, and it was very therapeutic, you know, as you're trying to, I guess, sort all of that stuff out to share what's going on with you with other people. However, as time has progressed, the changes aren't as frequent, and they're, you know, just kind of slow in coming. Most of the changes, I think, you know, have come and gone for the most part. So that was the other reason for the updates. It got really difficult to find things to talk about when each week, for the seems a lot like the week before that one. So it isn't you guys or anything else. It's just namely that there isn't too much to talk about. The changes just aren't that drastic, and they really aren't that frequent anymore. That I am filming today in a different location than my house. It is such a beautiful day here. It's actually feels like spring, that I am filming today in my neighborhood pool. We have a covenant nobody can have pools, so we just have one central neighborhood pool that everyone frequents. And since it just opened this weekend, I thought this may be the only time my black behind gets out here. So let me say, I guess I paid my money, so I'm going to film outside here today. Okay, now without further ado, let's get to the stats, shall we? I started this journey at my highest recorded weight of 259 pounds, which was when I started my pre-operative diet. I weighed 248 pounds on August 17th, 2013. Yeah, I think that's right. When I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Last update, I weighed 192.8 pounds, and this week I am holding firm at 190 pounds, which is a loss of 2.8 pounds, which isn't bad at all. However, I had a stomach virus or food poisoning during that time. So I actually at one point lost like 5 pounds, but once I started taking in fluids and eating regularly once again, yeah, I gained some of that weight right on back. And honey, you think Mimi was doing some work on that shower rod? You ain't lived until you have been, yeah, like throwing up all in your bathtub because your toilet was otherwise indisposed. So that may be too much information for some of you guys, but it is what it is. And hopefully you'll never have to know that plight, but just on the off chance that you do, you are not alone. Trust and believe that. Okay, so let's get into what has been going on with One Gorgeous Godzilla. First question some people asked me was, did you go to Tampa? Did you somehow miss all of the fun and shenanigans that everybody else seemed to partake in? And the answer to that is yes, I missed Tampa, because that was just so happened, you know, coincidentally, to have been when I had my stomach bug, which was actually the day before I was supposed to leave for Tampa. Also, my brother, who I think I've mentioned a couple of times, who's diabetic. I just have one sibling. He was in the hospital at that time as well, in intensive care due to complications related to his diabetes, which is really unfortunate and very scary because he's only 29. So I also went home to Jackson, Mississippi to see about my younger brother. So with all of that stuff going on, no, I didn't go to town. So what else have I been noticing going on with me in the time since my last update? Two things actually. The first one is that at 8 months out, I noticed that I can now eat more food. And the second thing, which is probably related to the fact that I can eat more food, is the fact that my weight loss, or my rate of weight loss, is slowing down. That's also really concerning for me because, one, I was a slow loser to begin with, and secondly, I really haven't heard about people with the sleeve gaining their weight back, but you always hear stories of R&Y people and some lap band people to a certain extent that gain weight back. Not to say that it's like, you know, very common, but you know, I guess it apparently happens. And I've always been somewhat mystified by how does that work? You know, how did that come to be? But I don't know. I can certainly tell that I can eat more food than I could even 2 months ago. Not to say that I'm like eating a Happy Meal or a grown-ups combo. But for example, at Chick-fil-A, I swear to you, one chicken strip used to do me eating like one chicken strip. Now I can eat 2 chicken strips and maybe a couple of pieces of like berries, like a couple of strawberries. With the way they cut it, it's probably 1 strawberry and a couple of blueberries or something. But still, I mean, compared to what I used to eat, that's a whole lot more. That's like twice as much to me. I mean, 1 strip to 2 strips is twice as much. So it really is concerning, and I did put in a call to my nutritionist and the nurse practitioner to find out, is this common? Is there something going on with me? Am I, you know, like, you know, whatever. However, apparently I called late in the day on Thursday and they were off for Good Friday, so I have yet to get a recurring phone call from anybody with respect to either inquiry. But as soon as they let me know, I will most certainly let you guys know what is going on with that. Also, this is just, I guess, the update of updates because with respect to my Ensure Nutrition, which you all know I was getting like 4 cases of Premier Protein every month. I got and some scar cream to help with my scars, which I still have, by the way. I got a call from them a couple of weeks ago saying that my insurance company had been covering my scar cream, and they were kind of just sending me the protein as a added free benefit. But apparently my insurance company was only covering a really small portion of the scar cream this go round, and I would be but rather than bill me, I guess, whatever exorbitant amount of money they were billing my insurance company for that scar cream, they just said that while it is pending, they were going to stop sending me you know, my monthly supply of scar cream and protein shakes, which to me isn't that bad because apparently I have like cases and cases of the stuff because I only drink like a shake a day. So I have more than enough to last me probably for the rest of this freaking summer if I don't buy any more Premier Protein or any more OptiSource, because they accidentally sent me a couple of cases of that as well. I think I would be good. But for those of you who are with Premier, so for those of you that are with Ensure Nutrition or in the process of getting your protein supplements approved by them, this is just my caveat to you that, you know, even if you are approved, it may not last forever. I'm with Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal for those of y'all who are interested. So this may or may not happen to you, but it's happening to me, so I'm sharing the info. As Frederick Douglass said, there can be no progress without struggle. And in my last update, I told you guys that I am doing it for these thighs, and most certainly these past 40 days, I have honestly been walking it out to try to get the condition of my thighs together. And in addition to that, Faith and I have been doing things that we do not like to do, namely incorporating more weights into our workout routine. Even though, oh Lord, these bugs are crazy. So with that being said, I have been monitoring my inches, you know, over the course of these 40 days, because I was curious to see if walking would help me eliminate some of this baggy, saggy mess that is going on with my thigh situation. And they most certainly have. And I am so happy to have NSVs to share, because it is keeping me, I guess, motivated in light of the slowdown and my increased appetite, to be perfectly honest. So I've lost several inches in the thighs. My little bags of oranges, you know, the little oranges or whatever, potatoes, the lumpy mess that has been my inner thigh situation is improving. And now it is the skin of my inner thighs that are looking kind of suspect, to be honest. But I guess, what do? You just trade one set of issues for another. I guess these are skinny people problems, because I certainly didn't have them when I was a big girl. Also, I know I've started doing these every 2 week updates, but next week I'm doing a special one because I have to talk about my dating situation. Because I guess I am getting kind of lonely at this point. As lovely as you all are, and I adore each and every person that watches me. Thank you so much for writing and corresponding with me, by the way. Yeah, I get lonely from time to time. So I decided it's either dating or a dog. And at this point, guys, the dog is winning. So, but my tales of a single-sleeved sister are really just beginning, and they are so entertaining to me that I'm certain that you guys would find it to be informative on some degree. I mean, if not informative, certainly entertaining. So next week it is all about my dating life and my quest for a dog. Something else interesting happened since my last update with you guys, and I was just wanting to share it and see if anything similar has happened to any of you. I have a professional colleague who works in another part of the state, and whenever business brings him, you know, to my neck of the woods, so to speak, we typically get together for like a quick lunch or maybe a drink or something, just to catch up, talk shop, and just see what is new in our lives. So I guess I see this guy, strictly platonically, mind you, about every 2 to 3 months or so. But this guy is a rather larger guy, probably I'd say between 400, 450 pounds or something. And I've noticed over the course of several visits that he has gradually gotten smaller. Now, not so small so fast that I would say like, are you sick, or like, do you need to go to like somebody's rehab or something, but just I've noticed a pattern of him getting smaller and smaller, but nothing so drastic that alarms are being raised, mind you. So we were at lunch the other day, and I've always asked him, like, what's going on? Why are you losing all this weight? He's just been like, oh, I've been cutting back and watching my portions and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, how interesting, me too. Because he's noticed that I too have been becoming smaller and smaller as we, see each other. So this particular day, we're eating lunch, and lunch is over, and he's about to get ready to make his drive back to the part of the state that he lives in. And I'm like, well, are you going to get a refill for the road? You have this big, beverage like soda or something. And he was just like, well, I'm good with where I am, because I really don't eat when I drink anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, aren't you gonna get a straw so you can, You know, so I was like, well, don't forget your straw. You're forgetting your straw, so you can have something to sip on, in the car. And he's like, well, you know, I don't drink with straws anymore because it's just all of this extra air that you just really don't need. And I was just like, you don't say, huh? So really, I wanted to say something to him about, we're in the same boat, brother. We're part of the same tribe or something. I wish there was like a hidden sign, you know, that you could like flash so people know you've had surgery. Because I've never told him that I've had surgery. So I don't know why I would be upset or hurt that he hadn't told me that he had surgery either. Now, if it had been one of my really close friends and they had surgery and didn't tell me, I will be honest, it would hurt my spirit, my credit score. It would hurt my satellite reception. That's how deep it would go for me. However, the more I thought about it, we are friends. Friendly, professional colleagues. There are aspects of his life that I'm not privy to, and similarly there are aspects of my life that he is not privy to. And of course, who we tell is our business, and when we choose to tell them is our business. So I wasn't upset, but I just thought it was very ironic that two people that have had bariatric surgery were having dinner together, and I knew, and I really wanted to be like, ooh, I knew what you did, but I didn't, because clearly that would also be telling off on myself, and it's his prerogative who he tells. But I just thought it was very interesting, and I wondered, would I ever be outed with somebody like, I know you had surgery, you had to have surgery because I could tell because you didn't drink that drink, you know, whatever, or you only drink Crystal Light. And mind, this is Crystal Light, guys, before you even comment, Crystal Light, and my doctor told me I could use a straw. Thank you very much. So that is all for me, guys, but I hope that this update was good for you. I am channeling my Michelle Obama / Black Barbie doll, and I am just happy to be here, and I'm just happy to catch you guys up. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week with tales of my dating woe. So until then, bye everybody. Thank you for watching.